Sorry, guys. This is, see how we go with that. Excellent. I think we're getting there. Thank you, guys, for your patience. I'll just give people a chance to get on board. Just bear with me a moment. I'm also just opening my Patreon page, and it's just been launched. Like in literally an hour ago, I said publish page. So that was a very exciting time. So I'm very excited about that. I love to chat with you guys about what Patreon's about. So I really am excited that it is something that I think we're all going to benefit from. It's basically a partnership between, let's say, yourselves and myself. So if you decide to become a Patreon member, what happens is we go on this art journey together. So, we build relationship, we have some fun, we learn things, we learn from each other. And it's also an excellent way for you to become a bit more intentional about your creativity. So, you might be thinking, oh, I don't know if I'm really suited to this sort of program. Well, online learning is its own little environment, but it's also very good because you can do this sort of learning in your own time when you have got time, and or you might schedule things around when, if you did become a Patreon member. One of my questions was going to be to you guys, and I'd appreciate your feedback on that, is which day of the week do you think would be better for you to get notified of a new video? So in my mind, I'm thinking, okay, if I'm going to be doing an artwork, I'd probably be painting over the weekend. So I'd want to know by Wednesday or Thursday what we're going to be painting together. And that way I can go get supplies if I do need to get just a few odd things. Part of my Patreon will be letting you know what are the general things that I typically use. So you can go and get those things if you don't already have them. A lot of times we can get and use the things that we actually have. We don't need to get new stuff. So that's obviously, a lot of times I hear people say, oh, but I don't have place to put my stuff out, or I don't have that sort of paintbrush, so no, I can't do this, or whatever. And the idea is to actually use what you've got in your hand at that moment in time, with whatever motivation you have, and just become a bit more creative. So that's really where I'm headed to. So I'm very excited about that. So basically, just to put it in a nutshell, Patreon is it's an online art membership that I run through a website called Patreon. They are well known for creating this environment or platform for creators to actually partner with, they call them like your fans, but it's really patrons. And the opportunity is there for you for a minimal amount of money to invest in being a member, according to whatever membership tiers you feel you want to belong to. And then based on that, which is $1 spent per month, like an amount per month, you get access to certain rewards. So the higher the investment, obviously, the better the rewards, as anything would go. It also sort of is reflective on the amount of time that I spend preparing and setting those up, providing new material, editing and getting all that information prepared so that you can actually enjoy it and it's easy for you to follow. So basically, it's a way for you to support creatives. So you may even have another artist friend, or you may even have musician friends or anything like that. And often, you'll find that they are very much in need of support. So this is a great way. So, you recommend them to Patreon for sure, because it's a great website and platform that provides this environment where artists and creatives can actually share their material and get recognized for it, get sort of a nominal amount for their efforts, but share the cost of that effort across a range of different people. I'm just seeing a good hair standing up there. So the idea is that you get to share the love of it. So Also, I just wanted to really say I've tried to set up my tiers to, the tiers are basically the opportunities to engage. So, for example, I've got 6 tiers. Now, they did say keep it to 3, but you know me, I'm always going to like push the envelope. So the one tier is called, and I'm actually going to go to those because I don't want to get this wrong. Oh yeah, I've got it here. So the one is called Buy Me a Coffee, which is basically, oh dear, I need to just make sure these go into Australian dollars. So just bear with me a second. I'm just going to go and say view my page as a, just give a moment. Because I know it starts off with $5 as a Buy Me a Coffee tier. There we go. I think I've got it now. It's all very new to me. Getting used to all this new technology. It takes so much time. So okay, so yes, here we go. So the first tier, which is my least expensive tier, is $5 a month, and basically this tier provides art workshops at warp speed. So they're like really fast time-lapse videos. If you watch them, it's entertaining. It's for entertainment value. It shows you what I'm currently working on in like the workshop space. It gives you, you'll pick up tips and tricks. Honestly, you will. But it is without audio, and it is pretty quick. So I think they could range between like a minute and a half to possibly 4 or 5 minutes. And I think I've stretched some to 8, that just to slow them down a bit, just so you can see what's happening. So that is the Buy Me a Coffee tier. Then I have one called Buy Me Apples. So I'm thinking, you know, like a teacher, when you go to school or go to some sort of learning, you might take your teacher an apple and say, oh, yeah, teacher, you know, thank you for today's class. Well, my next tier, and they're 2 at the same costing, they are $16.50, and these are dollars, Australian dollars. So as USA dollars, they're different. So $16.50 per month for Buy Me Apples, which is basically art classes. So it's art learning, about art fundamentals. I've got art tips and tricks in there. So it's basically the practicality aspects of learning art. So, you know, how to use a paintbrush, how to use watercolors, very practical things. But then also we cover off on things like, you know, the fundamentals of art, such as, you know, composition and perspective and all those fancy words that some artists like to use a lot, and how to actually turn that around from a theory and theoretical sort of knowledge into something that's practical that you can actually use in your art. So the idea is, I've sort of been doing art full time for I think close to 5 years now, and I've learned so much, like running a business. This part of the program does not cover the business side of it. It's all about art. So it is the practical art lessons, art tips and tricks. And that is the Buy Me Apples tier, which is $16.50. Now, I have actually put the link of my Patreon in the discussion of our event. And or if you're on my website, you'll see that I've put a link there too. So if you have the opportunity while you're watching this video, and if you have 2 sort of devices available, pop onto the website on the one, and as I'm talking, you can flick through and have a look at the membership levels. I do have a launch party special, so I actually wanted to be this a lot more fun, and you know, maybe wear a funny hat and have a clown face or something like that. The most extravagant I've been, the fact that I'm actually at home in my art studio doing this, is you know, I look like I'm dressed up, but you know, I've got to show this. This is like behind the scenes. Let me just get this. Let's see if I can do that. I'm wearing my beautiful fluffy slippers. Oh dear, I can't keep a secret. Okay, so if you have the opportunity to, if you have 2 devices, go onto the website, Patreon website, look for All Heart by Sonia Farrell, and you should find me. I have just actually published my page, so I don't think like Google is configured for that yet. So you actually have to go patreon, patreon.com/ All Heart by Sonia Farrell. So All Heart by Sonia Farrell, all one word, Sonia with an I. Okay, phew. Okay, it's like a blurb. All right, so we had Buy Me a Coffee at $5 a month, Australian dollars, which is the warp speed time-lapse videos, very fast art workshops, entertaining to watch. You could watch them, have a cup of coffee and be entertained and just think, oh, Sonia's been painting this and this week. And you know, you more than likely would be able to pick up some tips there and be able to have a go at that painting yourself without too much support and intro from me, if you have got that level of confidence and just like adventurous spirit. So there you go. The second one I have is Buy Me Apples, and the third one I have is Yummy Cake, Yes Please. The both of those are marked at $16.50 per month, Australian dollars. The one is Buy Me Apples, which we've just spoken about, which is the art lessons type of thing. I call it art learning, art tips and art tricks, because this is about how you can use and get to know the art materials you have, how they can become tools in your hand, and you can actually use them to create some beautiful artworks. I am a mixed media artist, so my art workshops are mixed media. It doesn't mean that we mix all the media. It just means that we may focus on watercolor one day, and we may focus on acrylics the next time. We may focus on mixed media the next time, which is like your getting texturing and getting like three-dimensional type of juicy type of art, and so forth. So so we've got I keep getting stuck on number 2. So the second one was Buy Me Apples, and then the third one is Yummy Cake, Yes Please. So that's $16.50 per month. And here you'll find the art workshop. So similar to the examples you see behind me, we may, like you'll get a new art workshop or new art video every week. If it's like a very involved sort of painting, I might have to split it into 2, so it's not too long, because it can be pretty hard to just push through and just paint something from start to finish, and sometimes there's drying time that's needed, and sometimes it's just like a lot of work goes into the initial part, and then the second part becomes the second art video. So more than likely it's a new art subject matter every week, but sometimes it might be in 2 parts, so each new video is counted as a new video. So you get a new video every week where we paint something together. I'm there right by you. I talk about what you need ahead of time. I talk about what alternatives you can use. We paint together, and in that I also encourage you to play around a little bit and become a little bit adventurous, and have a go at changing something up if you want to. I'm not really aimed at getting you to get exactly the same picture as me, and I want to see it so that I know that you've done it exactly the same. That's not where we're at. We are at exploring and setting up a situation where you become intentional with your art. You spend time regularly painting or learning about art, practicing what you learn, and having a bit of you time. So I know technology can be a little in your face all the time. Some people are working behind computers every day, and having online learning sounds like it might be too much, but I'm hoping that we'll look past the fact that we're looking at screens and really enjoy and feel like we're participating in an online class. There is a forum for you to chat with me, so I'd encourage you to chat with me, share pictures, let me know if you've got any feedback, any suggestions for subject matter, anything like that. I'm very happy to receive that. So we have got 3 tiers so far. I've got 6 in total. So the 3 was Buy Me a Coffee, $5 a month. Buy Me Apples, $16.50 per month, which is art lessons and art learning. Yummy Cake, Yes Please, are the art workshops. I'm just thinking we're doing like a paint and sip. So, so you buy me a cake by participating in that tier. All right, so that's the 3. I do actually have a special offer for my Patreon launch. So do just hang on, allow me to talk through these, because they will, when you go onto the website, it'll make more sense, and hopefully be easy enough for you to navigate around and decide which one works best for you. So my next tier is called Let's Do Lunch. It's like, I wonder if I'm motivated by food. Maybe. Oh, I'm so silly. All right, so Let's Do Lunch is the next tier. So it's tier number 4, and in this one you actually have access to all 3 of the other tiers. So we spoke about Buy Me a Coffee, Buy Me Apples, and what cake and yummy cake. Yes, please. So those 3 tiers combined into one becomes tier number 4. So this one is at $24.50 a month. So it's real good value for money, because you're getting what I'm creating every week. You're getting right into your inbox. You're getting notified. You can watch warp speed videos just as you getting to see what we're painting, get a bit of an overview of what we're going to be doing. You get to hear the art tips and tricks and learning for that week. In that actual tier, there's at least 2 art learning videos a week. So there may be more, depends on what we're painting and how I can support you in giving you the knowledge you need to paint those things. So, and then the third one is the actual art workshop. So 1 new art workshop a week. So that's all combined into tier number 4, which is Let's Do Lunch. This one's $24.50 a month. And it basically gives you access to all that month's videos. So the key with Patreon is that there is so when you sign up, it'll basically be your start date, and then for a month you're a member, and then on that next date, on the same start date as you did before. So if you sign up, let's say today, which is the 20th of May, 20th of June will become your sort of cycle day. So you'll get access to videos from 20th of June 20th of May all the way to 20th of June. And then those will actually get locked behind an archive, and you get new videos again for the next month. So every month you get access to new stuff, but you don't actually have access to the archive. So that's how Patreon works. But I have circumnavigated that a little bit. So I have created another tier where you can actually get access to the archives, which is great value, because if you think about what you pay for art classes, what you might be paying for that level of learning. So for this one, so the tier number 5 is called a dinner celebration. That's wonderful. So basically it's $51.50 a month, and you get access to all 3 of those tiers. And what it does is it gives you access to the whole month's tiers. So that hopefully will be something that makes you feel like you're getting a lot of value, with the access being to the archives as well. So the dinner celebration is basically the works. It gives you access to everything, my library, all the videos that are posting for that month, previous videos that I've posted already. Now I've started posting about 2 months ago. I haven't been as regular, but I have got a lot of material there for you to already enjoy. So the dinner celebration is already well worth it, and you can always upgrade later. You can choose to do one, see how you go with the online learning, and then decide to upgrade later. So that's definitely an avenue. So wow, that's a lot of words. So we have 5 tiers. So we had the Buy Me a Coffee, Buy Me Cake, Buy Me Apples, Buy Me Cake. Combined into one makes number 4, which is Buy Me Lunch. And then number 5 is a dinner celebration, where you basically get all of those, or basically you get number 4, but with access to the archive. So it gives you, a lot of material there that you can just go and enjoy and, chew on, and go and rewatch and investigate and replay and try again, and just have heaps and heaps of fun. Now for my Patreon launch, I do want to have like a special deal. So the special deal is I'm going to limit this Patreon tier to 30 people. So first come, first serve. Get this. it is also only limited for 1 week. So in other words, you sign up within that week. So I think I made the cutoff Sunday night, the 28th of May, midnight, Brisbane time. So midnight, Brisbane time, you can sign up to the VIP launch membership, which is basically a 30 seats in that launch, in that membership tier. And the cutoff for sign up for that one is in a week. And what it means is you're basically getting the dinner celebration. Instead of paying $51.50 a month, you're paying $31 a month. So you get to enjoy that special rate for as long as you have uninterrupted Patreon membership with me. So if you're here to stay, this is the one to get, and get in early, because this is where it's going to be making quite a difference. So I think we might have had just a bit of an interruption in the internet. So I'm just going to give this a minute to just find itself again. I think we're back here. I've had really poor internet today, and I was actually trying to upload another video, and I got about 2/3 of the way through, and it went and it was time for us to go live, and I just went, nope, I'm just going to cut it. So I apologize if you've been having a little bit of a challenge for having to watch this video. I will repost this, and I've just moved my video, so I'm taping both online, which will have perhaps some signal interruptions, and I'm taping live, so just doing a video. So I will upload that one, and then you can get a chance to have a look at it without all the signal interruptions. So my apologies if that's happened. Oh my goodness, the challenges of living where I do. So basically the 6th Patreon membership tier is the VIP launch membership, which is a 30 seat tier, 30 people only being signed up into that one. First come, first serve. Close for that sign up is midnight, the 28th of May. It's closing it at midnight, so be sure to get in and register. You need to do it directly onto Patreon. You don't do it through my website or anything like that. You basically become a Patreon member, and then you sign up to whichever tier of that I offer that you prefer. So if you have any questions at all, honestly, I don't mind, just come to me, let me know what you're struggling with. If you're struggling to find any links, don't understand the membership tiers, don't understand the values of those, within all of those areas, we've got like exclusive community, we've got private community, we've got exclusive content, private community, we've got behind the scenes content. There's opportunity for you to participate in some polls and help me make some decisions as to what sort of videos you want to see in future, what sort of subject matter you'd like for us to work together on, and also for you to give some suggestions as to any thing that you'd like to see a bit differently. I don't know, maybe I talk too fast, or maybe I talk too slow, maybe I don't know, whatever you think would be useful for this community, I'd love to hear from you. So that's pretty much the long and the short of it. It's basically an online learning forum. You get access to video tutorials and lessons. You get access to behind the scenes content with some of the tiers. So you've probably got to consider, where you are in your art journey. What are you looking for specifically? If you're just wanting to do workshops, just paint something that by the end of the session, you have got something you can hang on your wall, then that's the tier you can look at. And that one would be the the yummy cake, yes please. So you're painting on the week that it's released, maybe taking another week just to get it done, and that's fine, and you'll end up paying like $16.50 a month, and then as long as you keep on renewing, you'll get access to that your renewal month, access to that content. If you just want the art lessons, you don't want us to paint together or anything like that, then the Buy Me Apples one is good for you. So basically, I'm becoming your teacher. We go through things. We talk very practically about all aspects of art tips and tricks, as well as art lessons covering like the fundamentals of art. So that one is $16.50 a month, and you have access to that for the month that you're online, that you're a member for. And then if you want to really have like the works, you're not satisfied not to have everything, then for that month, if you're just happy to get all that content every month for the month that you are subscribed, you get that month's content, you would go then on the Let's Do Lunch tier. And that gives you access to like the Buy Me Coffee, Buy Me Apples, and the Yummy Cake. All three of those memberships sort of rolled into one that you get access for. Great value for money, honestly, guys. And then if you wanted access to like that plus my library, like everything I've got in there, you would then sign up to the dinner celebration, which is $51.50 a month. Like that is great value for money, in terms of art learning, exposure to information, exposure to tips and tricks, exposure to all my experience that I've had over the years, and learnings that I've done. I've done art workshops for a number of years. I've done kids art classes. I've done mixed ages art classes, holiday art classes. I've done art retreat art classes. I've done so many, and I've just really loved connecting with people that love to do art, and this is a great way for us to connect. I will expand the offering based on perhaps what the sorts of things that you might have seen somewhere else that you think would be great for us to have. I'm also researching constantly. I've got a few little ideas already as to how I might want to expand the offering to something that will be valuable for you as well. So if you have any ideas, just feel free to share. And any questions, just let me know. Yes, that's it. So, the closest I have got to my art party or launch party is to be wearing slippers. I hope you guys have managed to have a drink on me as you're watching this and enjoying this. I really would love to show you some examples of what those like snippets. So if you're on Facebook, I will release that, and I will also be doing a newsletter shortly where I'll put some links to YouTube onto those snippets that would be useful for you to have access to. So I think I've dropped out online, so thanks for hanging in here. I will delete that video that's online because it's just going to be horrible. I'll be posting this video into my launch party and onto my YouTube as well, so that you can get to see this. And I hope you have a look at my Patreon page. Ask any questions, feel free to do so. And I'm looking forward to connecting with you very soon. Remember, the most important thing today is if you really want to get the best value that's on offer at this moment for what I have, is to get in with that VIP membership. There's 30 spots there for $31. So, and it closes, I should have closed it on the 30th of May. I don't know. Anyway, so it closes officially the 28th of May at midnight. So be sure to get in there and become a patron. You'll be able to see from there if you've enjoyed it, if you like the history, like archived or the library of information, and just see how useful it is for you. So without further ado, I'm going to let you guys go. Please ask any questions. Sorry that I've been sort of repetitive over the tiers. I wanted to really talk it through with you so that you truly understand those different tiers. I do suggest go onto my Patreon page and actually look at each of those tiers in their individual offering, and then decide what works best for you. So I'll see you later. Thank you for being here, and appreciate you considering becoming a Patreon member, Patreon supporter. I really enjoy your company. I enjoy getting to know people that I paint with. So it's going to be a fun journey together, and I'm really, really thankful. If you choose to sign up, it's going to be great for us to have a bit of time together. So thanks for being here. We'll see you again next time. And Let me know if there's anything that you'd like to see particularly, and we'll see if we can sort of integrate that with any of the current tiers, or even create something new if you have got an epiphany that would work amazingly as its own sort of standalone tier. All right, guys, see you later. Enjoy. Bye.